time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. I Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac too. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Oh, baby said she needed now, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull massive. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey, we about to go viral.
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, my good peoples? What's up, Viral Gang? We back. It's been a minute. I know it's been a minute. We've been running these live streams up. I've been floating all across the United States. Kylie been floating all across the United States. Bro somewhere laid up right now. I don't know where Showed at. I think he just had a root canal, so he threw. Messiah, he down for the count. You know, I think he got that new strain of COVID, though. They calling it the plague. I don't know what they call it. I read an article. Crazy, they said the plague is back. I seen the big mask with the beak on it. Yeah. I said, come on, cuz. Here they go.
Somebody brought it in from, I forget where they went, but they came into California. I think it was one reported case of that. So
yeah, they back trying to put that fear in the news cycle. But as always, it's your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, a.k.a. the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. Welcome back to another episode of the Viral Way Podcast, man. Real, raw, and uncut. Realest podcast on the net by far. As always, we got Kylie the one, not the two, in the building, Mr. Lightskin himself.
What's the deal, y'all? The Viral Way or no way, we back in the building. Come on, man. Been a minute. It's summertime, so I feel like everybody all over. You know, you traveling. He's got responsibilities, kids, trips they just shit ain't took.
Man, y'all let me know if these sound effects is working too, man. I don't know. They working in the headphones.
I can hear them.
But they ain't been translating to the audio for some reason, so I don't know what's going on. I might have to do a troubleshooting if it don't work this episode. Yeah. But yeah, I'm fresh back from Hawaii, man. Was out there in Waikiki. Took the kids. And this is what's crazy. It was really for a football game, a high school football game. Mind you, these kids, they doing away games state to state now.
That's fly.
This wasn't, no, it ain't fly. It's fly for them. It ain't fly for your pockets,
for the parents, though.
Because I remember our away games, we get on the school bus, we go up the street. We go to this high school, we go to Lakewood, we go to Poly, we go to Milliken, we go to Cabrillo, we go to all the surrounding schools in the Moore League.
Like 30 minutes at the most to drive.
Exactly. Yeah, now we catching flights, baggage claim, hotels, Airbnbs, and all that. And what made me really trip on this trip this time around, I really sat and thought, like, man, when I was a kid, Hawaii was the place to go. Mm-hmm. That was the family vacation spot. It was Disneyland, and then it was Hawaii. Who named Hawaii the place to go? Hawaii is one of the most expensive places on planet Earth. It's $100 a meal for you and 2 kids everywhere you got to eat. Mind you, you eating 3 times a day. These little bastards can eat. Yeah. So I'm paying damn near $100 a meal every time we eat. Everything is expensive. I said, what the fuck? Who the fuck named Hawaii the family vacation spot?
That's a good
We
question.
got to change that, cuz.
Some old white man probably, more than likely, who did that. Because that's the only thing I could see. It's a nice place to go if you for leisure to relax. Got nice views, it's scenic. It is expensive though, and it's gotten even more expensive since the fires because I feel like they're trying to recoup on a lot of that money that they lost, or just use it as, you know what I mean, a reason to up the price even if they don't really need to recoup. So,
and when did Hawaii become the tweaker capital of the world? 50% of Hawaii's population, from what I could visibly see, are tweakers.
That's everywhere though now. Any big city where they got access to it and it's coming in, that's what you're seeing. You got the people on the fentanyl, zombied out. I mean, everywhere.
I'm talking about niggas doing the exorcism, the exorcist thing where they nigga back just leaning. I'm like, damn, cuz 6 a.m. This nigga head damn near touching his asshole. I'm like, this is crazy.
And I think too, Hawaii being one of those places where like it's a tourist place, but you got to think for the everyday person, right? It's one of those. I look at it, even though it's big, it's got small town vibes where people probably don't got a lot to do. And in those towns, when typically people don't got nothing to do, that's what they resort to: drugs, alcohol.
It gotta be because they can't afford to do nothing else out there.
Exactly.
But get high. They smoking straight glass. They don't want no weed. They don't want no nothing. They want straight glass. They out of there.
And that's what when you think of Hawaii, that's what you think of, right? A stoner, surfer dude. Nah. We got fentanyl zombies out here now.
But now that I think about it, wasn't Dog the Bounty Hunter show based out of Hawaii when he was getting all the tweakers rounded up? I just really thought about that.
Yeah.
So
That's
that
crazy.
makes sense. But we got a lot to cover, man. It's a lot going on. Brandon getting packed out in the no jumper fig community universe world. Drake trying to pop back outside, but he's still miscalculating his moves. He ain't reading the room at all.
He calculating it exactly the way he wants to calculate it. And that's what people got to just, I feel like it's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow. But at some point, if I'm saying, hey, you're mean, you're mean, you're mean, and that person that you're saying that to doesn't care, then at this point, you screaming till you blue in the face for what reason? It's only affecting you negatively. So I feel like a lot of people who don't understand Drake at this point in time keep pointing this out when it's like, this isn't a miscalculation. This is Drake.
You think this is really bro being his true self
This
now?
is bro being his true
He's
self.
not hiding no more.
He want to go to the Aiden Ross. He was on Degrassi. Like, as much as we...
he back in his Degrassi
As much
bag.
as we want to, you know what I mean, say he's different, that's where he's been this whole entire time to me. He did the ESPYs award. He's always had that kind of humor where I feel like he fits in more with the Aiden, the Bobby Althoff, compared to the Breakfast Club or, you know, Joe Budden podcast, whatever it is. That's not really his lane.
Right.
And I think too, he knows there's certain questions that he's gonna have to answer to. Like
he's avoiding that. He's avoiding the tough questions.
Like a Bobby Althoff podcast is, he can get off with humor the whole time. Whereas on our podcast or Joe Budden or any hip hop media podcast, it's going to have to be a more serious interview where you're not going to just be able to shoot awkward jokes for an hour.
So if y'all not up to speed, Drake is popping back out, ushering in Bobby Althoff's new podcast. Mind you, just a while ago, she had retired from podcasting, right? She came out, made the statement, I didn't know I would fall off this fast, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, she's doing another pod with Drake, because remember, they took the first one down, and everybody was wondering, how in the is she getting these Drake interviews? Now, come to find out, her and Drake, they got the same, I believe, talent agency or the management company, something like that behind the scenes where they both locked in with the same company. So now, oh, okay, you know, she's of Jewish descent. Drake has got some Jewish in his family. Her husband was a millionaire. I'm pretty sure he has some Jewish in his bloodline. So you know they're going to, behind the scenes, do each other a favor, right? He's walking her straight to the top, skipping everybody from the culture that he leached off of his entire fucking career. And at the pinnacle of the beef, right? This is the tail end of the beef. It's over. Kendrick is unanimous. Drake, how did you feel? We need to know step by step. What was you thinking when you put this song out? What was you thinking when you went the lawsuit route? We need to know these answers, right? Mm-hmm. Boom, he skips all that, jumps back to this bitch. Mind you, the bitch is talentless. Other than wanting to get her on a Bang Bros or something like that, or what's the fuck bus shit, that's about the only thing I want to see her on. And I want to be starring in that motherfucker. But other than that, she really has nothing going on.
Yeah.
So either bro is fucking her, or bro owe her family or somebody some favors, or he got a huge back. I don't understand it. Kendrick is literally telling the world, bro, you're not like us. And then you turn around and prove you're not like us by going to do interviews with somebody that's not like us. Because Bobby Althoff leached as much as she could off the culture too.
I agree. And I think
took Marco's whole style, ran with it. Even though she paid him, she did pay homage. But come on, bro, that's not your lane for real.
Yeah, that's very true. I think Drake, and that's why I don't understand the whole lawsuit and all the things that have transpired after the beef, because Kendrick didn't really say something that people didn't know if they knew Drake. In my opinion, I never looked at Drake as a gangster or from the hood or really even super ingratiated within Black culture, right? Like, I never looked at him that way. I've always looked at him as a pop star for most of the time. Great rapping ability here and there, and has some, you know, stuff that I like, but I don't think he is a part of the culture in a way that other people are. So to me, that's not that shocking. And that's why I don't understand why people are continuously shocked by the fact of him making these moves when it comes to Bobby Althoff or Aiden Ross. It's like, this is his bag. And this isn't a Meek Mill situation where he won, right? Where even then it took him a while to go and or the Pusha T situation where it took him a while to go on that interview. I think he sat down with B-Dot, and he had that interview where he talked about, Pusha talking about his sick friend 40 and all that different stuff.
Right. He act like that was the end of the fucking world. Oh my God, he mentioned 40. Man, shut the fuck
it's
up.
not
I'm
the
just
same
over
thing.
Drake. I'm tired of this
Yeah.
soft ass, sensitive ass nigga, bro. Y'all giving this nigga too many passes. I'm over it. And mind you, I was champion for him to come back with some music. He come with the Iceman shit. I said, oh, that's a cool concept. He dropped the song. Half of it was mid, half of it was dope. But if you're Maul and you're DJ Academics, you gotta be pissed. You gotta be ready to just go in on this nigga, but you can't because you rode his dick so disgustingly tough the entire beef that you can't even flip on him. You've seen little glimpses of Academics wanting to flip on him. Like he was pointing out, Drake, he had the braids just a week ago. They got some video of him at family court, and he had like a little mini fro. He didn't have no type of hair or whatever. He did some lame shit like that, but it was almost throwing the dart because he was saying that, hey, I sat on that information about him having to go to family court for a long time, and I was going to use that basically to blackmail him into giving me an interview. So I could have put this out during the beef, basically, and gave Kendrick some more evidence. Like, hey, the boy is going to family court.
But to interject right then and there, if you Drake and it's a nigga who is buddy with you, but he got something in the tuck that he can possibly release, am I even really sitting down with niggas like that? Like, so you got to also think about it too. And then did Drake go to Maul or did he go to Academics and say, hey, I need you to do X, Y, and Z?
He did to Maul.
He did to
Maul.
Maul
Was getting all the exclusives. You got to remember, he was Drake's voice without Drake having to get in front of the camera.
See, for me, I personally think that Maul and Academics, but more so Maul got high off the fact of all the interaction that he was getting from being a voice. But if you watch the DJ Head interview when he speaks to Maul and he questions him about the relationship that he and Drake has, Maul's relationship with Drake is really not that strong when he talks about it. And they haven't actually known each other for that long. So I'm looking at Maul and Academics as like, you kind of did it to yourself because you went out there and rode bro's dick unprovoked without him, I think, really even asking you to. Obviously, if you Drake, you going to reach down and take advantage of that, right? These people got the voice. But again, I use you use me. Once it's over, it's over.
But they're thinking, hey, I'm going to help propel you during this beef. I'm going to help sway the tides of the people and our followers. In return, I'm expecting a sit down. Mind you, they probably didn't think he was going to get smoked the way he did.
Yeah.
They thought he was going to be victorious. He was going to come on their platforms during the victory lap. He basically treated Academics like a complete goofy, maybe even worse than Maul. Because like you said, Maul, to our knowledge from what he said on that DJ Head interview, you didn't really know bro like that. It was almost like you chose some
that
type
was Maul's
of loyalty
way
to him.
To catapult himself individually within social media status. Academics, I think, actually believes that he has some sort of relationship with these rappers in general that he doesn't have, and I think he has to do a better job of understanding that. Like, these people are rappers, you're streamers. As much as you might think there's a relationship there, it's just until we done using each other, and that's it.
Because Drake was giving DJ Academics the go-ahead to drop the diss track.
Yeah.
He was sending him the tracks directly using his platform because he knew, okay, you got the biggest platform and the biggest reach. Here, put my records out there to drown out Kendrick's.
Yeah.
But you can't come do a sit-down? Why are you sitting down with this white bitch? Pussy can't be that good, bro. Especially if you hit already. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
I'm just looking at it more so like all the people that we're speaking on don't operate within the confines of our culture and the morals and the things of those natures, right? So Academics is the type of person, at least from what I'm seeing, is he does the exposing. He breaks certain stories, right? He puts people in incriminating situations from time to time. That's somebody that I look at that, again, is on the side of not necessarily in the culture. Drake the same way with some of the things that he's done. So I'm just looking at everybody involved in a situation is like, it's not surprising to me because of the morals they have and how they operate in general. So
I think Drake got disgusted with the way they was riding his dick. I think he got disgusted.
Probably.
As disgusted as all the fans were, like, what the fuck? Like, y'all not even calling down the middle no more. Y'all just blatantly sucking this man off. I think Drake was like, all right, this is weird.
Yeah.
Here, keep putting my songs out, but you niggas is weirdos. That's what I think Drake is thinking in the back of his mind, which is why he keep curving these niggas. Because you got to remember, Rory and Maul, they platform was kind of, niggas was looking like, y'all ain't shit without Joe. And then the Drake shit,
they've had a good
propelled
year.
them, right? They got the brand deals. They got the, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I think, honestly though, I think Drake, damn, I lost my train of thought.
So Maul, really, low key, he could be mad, but he can't. It's almost like that girl that's tell you, we can hang out, but we just friends. And in your mind, you thinking, nah, we more than friends. In her mind, the whole time, she like, nigga, I told you we was just friends. I'm thinking that's what Drake and Maul relationship was. Where Drake was like, yeah, we cool. Like, all right, yeah, I'll give you some exclusives.
Yeah.
Really, I'm using your ass and your platform. But Maul is like, yes, Drake's coming. And Drake's like, no.
I think Drake just...
I'm not.
I think Drake just keeps missing too, right? Where it's like, how many more moves or how many more tricks does he have in his bag? Like, take out the relationship of the relationship he might have or doesn't have with DJ Academics or Maul. That was a trick he had in his bag that did not work. Take it all the way back now to the Bobby Althoff thing, how we seeing this again. His only trick he has now is to be the mainstream pop star that Kendrick really accused him of being at this point in time, because he can't turn around and go to the culture.
It's over with.
He fucked that up, right? So he had that move. He had the streamers. He had Kai. He had DJ Academics. He had Maul in his bag.
Shitted on
right?
them.
Shitted on him. And then what he gave them didn't work. So the only option he has now is to stick to the mainstream everyday or once in a while listener, because those are the only people he has that's going to buy the record. So like the American Music Award listener or the Billboard Music Award listener, that's all he has left. That's his only trick in his bag at this point. That's why you see him go so heavily towards that against everything else that we telling him, because that's all he got left.
But it's like, bro, if you want to get some respect back, you have to come face the culture, period. It don't really too much matter which platform you go on, as long as the culture dubs, okay, that's us.
Yeah.
They're a representative of us. They're a voice of us. They're a branch off of us. Then you get the respect. I say you go do all of them. Go do the whole circuit. Take on that shit on face first, pause. You feel me? Answer all the tough questions. Get them out the way. Get back to the music. But doing this make you look more of a bitch than we already thought you was.
Yeah, I think we may get an interview from him, because again, after the Pusha thing, we didn't think we'd hear him talk about it. He came out. He might.
Pusha was different though.
It ain't. That's true too.
Pusha was different.
Wasn't as detrimental.
And Academics, low key, threw your kid in the mix, telling the world, "Oh yeah, by the way, I knew he was going to family court, and I was going to blackmail him with the info." That was, to me, that's like, okay, relationship severed after that. You was gonna do what? Yeah. Oh yeah, you was a weirdo, nigga.
I think if we see any interview from him, it'll be something, Breakfast Club, like syndicated radio.
He ain't going to Charlamagne.
Apple type of interview. And it won't be now. It might be in like a year or two.
He probably do it with a female, like a Nadeska or something. Where
so now with Angie Martinez or something.
Screen the questions before he go. And man, Drake, he's cooked, bro. It's over with. I'm done with Drake. In other news, your boy, Rajah Jackson.
Yeah, he fucked up.
The son of Rampage Jackson. So if all y'all been living under a rock, lady, Rajah Jackson went to some wrestling event. I don't even know the name of the damn wrestling federation that it is. It ain't the WWE. It ain't ECW.
One of them sideshow ones.
One of them little sideshow ones, right? Boom. He's backstage. One of the wrestlers sees him, says that he thinks he's one of the new up-and-coming wrestlers. So he gets one of the fake cans, cracks it over his head. Rajah immediately like, bro, what the fuck you on? Like, he finna damn near ready to get down. And dude like, hey, bro, you not finna sell it? Basically, like, you know what's going on. This is what we do. Yeah. Sell it, because later he knew that Rajah was supposed to attack him in the ring. So I guess behind the scenes, they're setting this up. Hey, I cracked you with the can. This the reason you're going to come whoop my ass in the ring. He like, you're not going to sell it? You're not going to sell it? He like, dude, I'm not one of these little up-and-comers. I'll really fuck you up in here, blah, blah, blah. Boom, they separate. Later on, I guess dude apologized once he find out who he is.
After that, yeah.
They shake hands. Boom. Now, during the match, Rajah, he get the call. He go in the ring, pick dude up, power bombing, bam. It didn't even look like he hit his head during the powerbomb. All of a sudden, he just cleaned his clock. Bam! You like, ooh, that looked real. Hit him with another one. Bam!
I didn't know if it was real or not.
Whoa, that looked too real. The nigga head jerking. And 22 of them. Whop, 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 bam, bing, bop, boop, bam. 22. Then they finally pull him off him. Dude in there leaking all type of shit. Rajah, he get on. You see the clips, he going crazy. Oh, I ain't no bitch. I'm tired of people telling me I'm a bitch. Wow, wow. So everybody going crazy, right? This nigga need to go to jail. This is attempted murder. He just tried to kill this dude. What the fuck? No sportsmanship, no whatever. Fast forward, more footage leaks. Raja on the side of the ring on the phone with somebody from the company saying, hey, they said I could hit him.
Yeah,
I'm going to hit him for real. I'm letting y'all know right now, I'm going to hit him for real, and I'm going to hit him as many times as I can. Boom. We like, all right, cool. They gave him the permission to do it. So now, at least my view of what happened starts to change. They gave this nigga the okay, right? Boom. Then we see some backstage footage with him talking to another wrestler. And he's telling him, nah, don't hit him for fake. Give him the receipt. And I guess that's cold talk for hit him for real in wrestling terms. Yeah. So they telling him, go in there, clean his clock. But the plan was, you're going to hit him 1, 2, 3 times. Somebody's going to grab you. Y'all going to wrestle, fight. Boom. Then you run out the ring. Yeah. Nobody grabbed bro. Hit the nigga 22 times. Dude in the infirmary, all type of shit. They start talking about he's a retired war vet, veteran, PTSD. They painting the picture. What you think about the whole situation?
In my opinion, to start from the beginning, when he gets hit over the head, I think whatever that wrestler's name was, that was a mistake. Because even though Raja is in the facility, you don't know if he is aware of what takes place all day, before the fight. Because I know, like WWE, for instance, they'll go to the locker room or whatever, and it's kind of like a all-day thing. I'm sure they're there and they're putting on a show. They're in character all day. So I understand it in that world. But you have somebody who is coming into your world that is a trained fighter, right, that doesn't do this shit for fun. They do this shit for real, and you hitting them over the head. So I think that's where the dude fucked up. Now, where Raja fucked up to me is you pieced it up with him. You pieced it up with him to me. You pieced it up with him. Everything's cool. Okay. Later on, you hear the calls. You slammed him, which I don't know if the slam was a part.
I think it was because
a part of it or not.
Turned around and he let him pick him up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is a part of it.
Let's say that the slam is a part of it. I think they probably expected him to hit him because, like you said, that does go on in wrestling. He just lost it. To me, Raja, it shows a lack of self-control, in my opinion, because besides what happened earlier in the day, which again you pieced it up off of, I don't see I don't know what switched in your head where you said, okay, 1, 2, 3, 22. I don't.
The 22 was crazy.
And then you got to think about it. He jump out the ring like, niggas calling me a bitch, this and that. It's like, you got some.
Well, now, to me, he's selling it now. Like, it's a little too late, nigga. You supposed to sell it with the can.
I'm just looking at it like.
He's selling the shit now.
And then I'm looking at it like, okay, you already know the optics, right? Big black dude, jump in the ring, slam white dude. We find out white dude is a veteran. Mr. Beast donated to him. I don't know if you seen that. I'm like,
Oh, Mr. Beast came to
Mr. Beast said that if anybody can get me connected with him, I'm trying to donate to him, this and that.
Oh, you opportunist ass nigga.
But that's why I'm like,
okay, and this the cold part. This is why people saying he snapped. Mind you, his mom died not too long ago. And then I think about a week or two prior, he almost got knocked out during a sparring match. They were talking about dude had a concussion and all type of shit. So they saying he wasn't even in the right headspace to be being put in that position anyway. But the reason that I took some of the blame away from Raja is because they gave him all rights to really hit this guy. Mind you, these guys are wrestlers. They practice fake hits and all that every day for a living. This dude's an MMA fighter. They hitting for real. So if you telling an MMA fighter to hit an actor basically for real, well, now the onus is on you. Mind you, nowhere in my brain would I think to hit somebody 22 fucking times.
That was crazy.
As a part of the script. I think crazy. Bro lost it after that. That's where I kind of like, nigga, 22. But then whoever he was on the phone with, I heard him say, hey, I'm going to hit him as many times as I can. Basically before they grab me. So now I'm looking at the people who were supposed to grab bro. The onus is low-key on them.
Yeah, it is.
The ref didn't grab him.
Yeah.
It was like 2 other wrestlers didn't grab him. One finally was like, hold on, he really killing this nigga. Yeah. Ran in there and finally grabbed him. And he tried to fight him. Then they all came, put him in the corner and calmed him down.
That's also, though, why I think, like, for the people who are watching and the bystanders, it might have took them a little bit of time to react. And then also you got to look at it like, hey, this nigga is on top of this nigga, about to kill him.
Like
If
they
I go-
probably was scared.
If I go and grab him, what he gonna do to me? The ref was smaller than all of them. It's like that's some shit where Tyson, they had 4 officers in the ring scared of Tyson. It's like
Yeah, he backed
one
them
of
all
those.
down.
It's one of those things where it's like I'm not really trying to get into that. Like, damn, he getting whooped, but somebody.
But
gonna
that
have-
was
it
a
ain't gonna
part
be
of the
me.
script. Like they literally told bro, like somebody gonna grab you, act like you finna fight him off and then get up out of there. So he did everything and he did what he said he was gonna do. Once he's on the phone, he says, hey, I'm gonna hit as many times as I can. I want to hear what the other side of that phone call was. Because there's no way they could have been like, oh yeah, do your thing. Unless they had confidence that the wrestlers who was supposed to stop bro was gonna stop bro before he got to 22. Now, mind you, all 22 didn't connect.
Yeah.
I played it in slow-mo
Not
about
all
5
of them,
times.
Not all of them did, yeah. But enough.
About 13.5 out of the 22 connect.
That's a lot still. When you on the ground already concussed.
Them first 5,
Yeah, those
them motherfuckers connected,
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah.
Now people saying, oh, he was hitting his beard and they was trained to make it come on. Yo,
yeah.
niggas, no, that shit connected, nigga.
Yeah. I think me personally, I think that Raja just never got over what happened earlier. Me personally, and when you hear him talking about like after the fight, like, man, niggas think I'm a bitch. I'm tired of people saying I'm a bitch. I think that was one of those moments where he got a can smashed on his head and that hurt his ego on some. Again, if you hear what he said afterwards, it's like he could have interpreted that as this nigga think I'm one to play with. And I think he held it until that moment. And then he might have planned to just slam him and hit him 1 or 2. But I think personally that he was on a mission and it rubbed him the wrong way for
Who
the
you
rest
think
of the
he
night.
was talking to though? Because you know he was on kick the whole time. So people are assuming he was talking to the chat.
So me personally, that's what I thought as well. Cause like I'm gonna hit him 22 times or I'm gonna hit him however many times until they grab me. It's kind of like to me, when that situation happened, he said it was cool, but then
he saw them chat comments coming in. Like, oh, you's a bitch. You's a boo.
you know how like a nigga throw a dodgeball at you or something, y'all playing, and the nigga might get hot, and he like, all right, I'm gonna get you now. Y'all think y'all still playing. The next time he throw that ball, he really giving it all he got. He aiming for your head, whatever the case is. So I think it's one of those situations where like, yeah, we cool. But all right, now that I get my turn to slam you, I'm gonna show you, you know what I mean, what it felt like. And I think he just took it too far.
Okay, so the wrestler's name is Stuart Smith. I believe his stage name is Psycho Stu. So that's bro's name if you want to look him up and look up his condition and whatnot. But yeah, them first 5 to 6 punches, them motherfuckers landed. And then he went on another, he missed about 4 or 5. And then he was catching him with just the right. So he grabbed him with the left and hit him with about 5 to the right. And then when he was hitting him with the crossovers, that's when they started to miss because I slowed it down. And about 10 of them went across his chest. So now I'm like, hold on, bro. He is a trained assassin, an MMA fighter. Does it for a living. Son of Rampage Jackson, one of the GOATs of MMA. What's the odds of him missing 10-something punches in a row? That's when it start to, all right, is this real? Is this scripted? Or are they selling this for real? Because bro should realistically connected all 22. Dude was out. There's no way he should have been missing. So when I slowed it down, it didn't look as bad as it did sped up. Because watching it sped up, it looked like he connected with all of them. Once you slow it down, you're like, hold on, this nigga missing a lot of them, bro. And a lot of them is brushing his beard, brushing across his chest. But them first 10, yeah, them motherfuckers connected.
Yeah, I don't know. I get what you're saying. Like,
should he be charged though? Because if the company tells you, hit him for real, give him his receipt, and you delegate your workers, stop him before he get to 22, and they don't, who fault is that now?
Yeah, if the case, if it's exactly what you said, then I mean you're gonna have some liability on that company. So they're gonna be liable, and it's gonna be up to Stuart Smith or whatever the fuck his name is to make them liable for that, right? So if there's something in the verbiage or the non-disclosure agreement, contract, whatever it is that they signed that day, and then also they had those talks, then they definitely have to be held accountable. If not, then in my opinion, and even with that, I look at the company as trying to like low-key run with the narrative that's already out there. So the company, I think, is going to sit back right now, more than likely, and I think even Stuart Smith probably is looking at it the way that the media is painting it. Again, some black dude who can't control herself, who hopped in there and beat on a white dude. I think that's a lot of Twitter, a lot of people, that's the way that they're viewing it. So I think the Wrestling Federation, whatever it is going to sit back and continue to let that narrative stir and probably get arrested or some type of charge.
Yeah, he hasn't been arrested yet. There's campaigns online saying that he needs the death penalty, he needs life in prison.
I think that's
this
crazy.
Attempted murder, blah, blah, blah. Now, Rampage Jackson was on a stream with, who's that other streamer? He was on a stream with one of the big streamers. I keep calling him Neon. It wasn't Neon. It was the other guy who went Muslim and came back. Sneeko.
Yeah.
Rampage Jackson was on the stream with Sneeko when he got the call. So, boom. They wanted a statement from him. He said, I want to clear this up. First of all, he let him know my son did get attacked out the blue with a can to the side of his head. He did have a concussion from sparring days before. He let everybody know, hey, he wasn't supposed to be doing anything near physical, and I am concerned about his mental health. I don't know what he got going on, but he's not trained for that type of stuff, basically. And so he kind of was taking some of the blame off, but then he did say, I don't condone what he did at the same time.
Yeah.
So now people mad at Rampage. Oh, you condoning him, bro. He literally said he don't condone, but there is mitigating circumstances to what happened. He's not putting all the blame on his son, which I'm not either because, hey, y'all, I seen y'all tell a man hit him for real. Why would y'all tell an MMA fighter to hit a nigga for real?
Shouldn't have put him in that situation.
That don't even make sense, gang. Even if he hit the nigga one time, that one time, it could have been done.
I'm just thinking, too, like, did y'all not know who was coming in that day? Like, how does this shit work? Is this some, like, just set up circus on the side of the freeway where y'all don't know who's coming in? You get what I'm saying? Because you think of WWE or something, you know if Kendrick's coming tonight, we know who coming, right? So you know where his quarters is at, where he's staying. You probably meet him, all of that. So I'm assuming, like, him being Raja Jackson, even though he's not famous, I would assume y'all knew he was coming. So
that dude
to
knew.
see him and smack him over the head, that's where you fucked up.
To me, that dude knew, and I think he wanted to prove something. Because when I watched that footage, that didn't look like nobody who thought it was an up-and-comer. He looking like, this fucking MMA fighter. He think he finna come over here and get the shine. Watch this. Bam, hit him with the can. And if he retaliate, it's ugly for him. So now I'm going to play in his face. You're not going to sell it? What? You're not going? Then he was on some tough shit.
Yeah.
You ain't going to sell it? Like walking up. So I'm like, what the fuck is cuz on? Then they probably told him like, bro, that's Rampage son. Nigga, you tweak it. Rampage will come down and fuck all of us up.
Yeah.
Then he apologized. Oh, my bad, bro. Woo, woo.
And I'm telling you, from that point on, Raja was like, it's curtains for this nigga. Like, once I get in there and get up on him, it's going to be cool now. But once I get up on him, it's over with. I really think that's what, in his mind,
he was still thinking about that.
He was like, yeah, you smacked me over the head. I didn't do nothing in the moment. And you could tell he wanted to because he's like, I don't play like that. And then he like, all right, when we get in there, I'm going to show you.
Even if he gets arrested, I think he beats this. One, because the probable cause, the company gave it to him. They said hit him for real. The company said we're going to have somebody pull you off of him, and they didn't until 22 punches later.
Yeah.
So to me, even though, in my opinion, he went way overboard with 20-something punches, that was insane. I'm not giving him no pass for that. That was ridiculous.
He lucky dude.
I was a
alive.
wrestling fan, nigga.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nobody do nothing like that. And you talking about, I watched ECW, where that was the real shit. Cactus Jack and all that getting hit. Yeah, I was watching ECW, Sandman and all that. Where they was getting hit with barbed wire and all. They wasn't doing that, bro.
He lucky he alive, to be honest, because, I know in that moment when he was pacing back and forth and his dad like, hey, bro not waking up. It's like,
it's like he didn't give a fuck. He
in
like,
a flash.
Man, I'm going to call you back.
Yeah, and I know that's how niggas act when they adrenaline going and it's turned up. But imagine, you know what I mean? God forbid, or thank God he didn't wake, he woke up, but imagine he don't. It's a whole different situation. So it's like you making these kind of decisions, and in the flash of an eye, your life could be ruined.
Do you think bro could low key flip this and put a lawsuit on the company? Like, hey, y'all had one of y'all wrestlers smack me in the head with a can, and I just had a concussion 2-3 days before.
Yeah, you definitely can.
He knocked me into delusion. I didn't even know what I was doing.
No, I definitely think you could sell it that way if because there's so much shit going on in there, right? And if the verbiage and the contracts and all that line up a certain way, and he can get a lawyer, which Rampage could pay for, he could flip it on him and be like, yeah, y'all caused me some distress. I walked in here thinking, at 5:30 I was gonna get it on, and it's 2:30, and a nigga just hit me over the head with a can. It's like I wasn't ready for that. That wasn't on my schedule. So
the one thing I hate about this is making this a race thing. So all the white people automatically,
You know they gonna
they
do
see
that,
the black
though.
guy, beat the white guy to a pulp. Now all black people got low impulse control. We ultra violent, this, that, and the third. All black people need to go to jail. We need to segregate. All the blah, blah, blah. Then you got black people naturally gonna defend themselves like, well, fuck y'all. Why? So it's turning this into a race war. Like, bro, just these are two men who had an altercation. But y'all are making it a race thing like, oh, he did it because he was white and blah, blah, blah. Like, come on, bro. Like, cut that shit out, bro. Y'all can't use the race card for everything. Y'all cry about black people using a race card? On Jesus Christ, y'all got the coldest race card ever. Everything to do with a white person and somebody else, race card, automatic. Oh, they did it because he's white. We got black fatigue and all, man. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all sound crazy. Fuck up out of here with that shit, bro.
I agree.
Because if you really want to go down to the details of it, he whacked him with the can unprovoked, unannounced.
Yeah, for
wasn't
no
in the
reason.
script for no reason. So if anything, he sparked it. I don't give a fuck if he apologized or not.
That's my only like, because if it's me and I'm Raja and somebody smacked me over the head with a can, words is different. We could talk all day. But if I get hit and that anger, I'm trying to get shit cracking right then and there. There is no apologize and then later on. For me personally, if I'm hot enough, I'm not even going to do the event at that point because I'm understanding what could transpire if y'all let me off this leash. So I'm finna get up out of here anyway. So that's the only problem I had with Raja was he shouldn't have pieced it up if he didn't really feel that way.
Okay, so we'll see as the details emerge. No arrests have been made. Y'all let us know what y'all feel in the comments. I know some of y'all gonna say, oh, viral, y'all picking sides because y'all black, this, that, and the third. No. I'm looking at the details of what happened, every detail from every conversation and all the information that was leaked, and that's how I came to my conclusion. The company was in the wrong. Raja was in the wrong. Raja was in the wrong for throwing 22 real punches. I don't care if they told you to hit a nigga for real. You know goddamn well they didn't tell you to throw 22, nigga. But the company, y'all in the wrong too. You had a trained assassin hitting the actor and sent some actors to stop him, and they froze. So y'all liable too, bro. So we'll see how this unfolds. What I really want to see unfold, though, Shiloh Sanders. Shiloh Sanders. I'm tweaking. I'm still thinking of Rampage. Bloopered out. Shiloh Sanders has been cut from the Buccaneers. He got into an altercation with a Bills player. Now, to me, this is the league still getting get back at Deion. They already effed him over with his other son, drafting him way lower than we all know he should have been drafted, sending him to one of the worst teams in the league and one of the worst cities in the league to play for, doing him dirty, not letting him get no practice reps, and then saying, hey, go start. So we see what's going on with the politics. Now, there was a play, boom, the whistle blow, he get into an altercation, he throw a punch, bam, he get ejected. Next thing you know, he's cut. We done seen thousands of players throw punches. They got helmets on. How much damage could you really do? So to me, they went overboard with cutting them. But what really changed my mind and made me think, okay, this is politics. There was another angle that got leaked, right? So from this angle, the play was whistled dead. Then they slowed it down. The player stopped. Then Bill Zach Davison grabbed Sanders' face mask after the whistle, which that should have been a penalty. Didn't call it. He kind of jerked his face mask. That's when Sanders kind of like, what the fuck? That's when he threw the punch. Then dudes start laughing like, yeah, he too small, he too little. So he kind of escalated, not even kind of, he escalated the situation. He reacted emotionally, which he shouldn't have did, but he did. But to me, this wasn't enough to cut somebody.
I don't know if this is towards Deion, in my opinion. I think with Shador, yes. But in my opinion, I think these are two separate instances and have two separate intents. Like him getting cut, I don't think has to do with them trying to hurt Deion. I just think that Shilo Sanders as a player, he's not the biggest, right? He's not the biggest guy. I don't think he's the fastest, strongest. So I think going out there and then he already went undrafted and walked on. So his chances to me are already slim. And then based off his physicality, and then on top of that, when you're doing things like that, now should they have cut him? Have we seen players get cut? No. So that could be a little bit of, oh, you Deion's boy. But overall, I just don't think that he is the player maybe that people think he's supposed to be just because his last name is Sanders. And you know, this is coming to that point where You had a cool little ride. Maybe he gets back on the roster. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But that's what I really look at.
Do you think he should have got cut for that offense? How many NFL players have we seen throw punches and not even get ejected from the game?
I
Throw
don't think he
punches
shoulda
at each other.
I don't think he should have got cut, but I know that there's players that play for a game, and then that's it. They play one game and then they don't play anymore, or they play 2 or 3 or whatever the case is. So I think again, because his last name is Sanders and we know who he is, it's crazy. But some players only play a game and that's it.
Now
they switch teams.
But we ain't talking about some players. We talking about Deion's sons, where there have been off the record reports of people saying, hey, they got direct calls from the league saying that we got to teach this kid a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Basically talking about Shedeur, which is why he went to where he went to in the draft. So you don't think they got a target on his brother?
To a certain degree,
like, come on, bro. We
nah.
know what the fuck is going on. This is a direct shot at Deion saying you niggas is too humble and you're not bigger than the program. I'm going to show you. You popping all this hot shit on these podcasts. You running around saying what your son is and ain't going to do. Like, we not the motherfucking NFL and the owners. Oh, yeah? Word? Your son is out of here.
Okay.
Gone. First infraction.
I don't know.
A preseason game.
Yeah, I guess that's crazy. But I just look at Shiloh like, I don't know. I was unsure of his NFL trajectory as it was. So for me, I'm like, did they only make him walk on because he was Deion's son? Is that a possibility as well?
What's his stats say?
Like, I don't think
stats say he'll walk on?
I don't think he was. I mean,
I don't think he got walked on because he did. I think they were looking for every reason not to let them get on the team. But you can't just do that because the talent shows, bro, they can make it.
Yeah,
there's not enough players in the draft that's better than neither one of them for neither one of them to make a team. So they couldn't do that route.
I believe that with Shedeur. Like I said, I think it's two separate things. I believe that with Shedeur because of the star power he has, the plays he's made, some of the things that he's done, some of the things that he showcased. Shiloh, on the other hand, he, to me personally, he's had a mellow trajectory the whole time out where I don't see him is that player. Like you told me Travis Hunter or something like that, different situation. I don't look at Shiloh as big enough for that to be the same thing.
And my thing is, why didn't they throw the whistle when dude grabbed his face mask and jerked him forward? Because the ref was standing right there looking directly at him. They waited until Sanders retaliated. Then they all threw the damn flags.
So that could
eject him out the game. So to me, y'all selected politicking, bro, because that flag should have been thrown before he even threw that punch. When dude grabbed his face mask after the whistle, jerked him forward. And again, they're going to say, oh, this is the race card, the black, blah, blah. I already know what they're going to say, right? White tight end, black athlete, here we go, low impulse control, all the usual suspect, all that clown shit. No, they're selective politicking. This is a direct shot at Deion. I'm telling you now, the league got it out for Deion. They got it out for the Sanders. That is what it is. They want to humble them niggas, period, point blank, just for how they was popping it. That's what it is.
And Deion responded. He said the Sanders, we'll be straight regardless, which is true. Like, if football don't work out, which, hopefully it does for all of the Sanders involved, then you got other ways to make a name for yourself and extend, the generational wealth. So I think either way they'll be okay. And I'm sure he's going to bounce back and try to get on another team. So he's just got to try to do that at this point and keep on.
Yeah, that was a direct shot back at the NFL. See, they playing chess with each other without directly saying each other's names. Mm-hmm. So that was Deion speaking directly to the people that's pulling the strings behind the scenes. Said, I'm a Sanders. My son going to be good with or without football. I take care of mine. My son is multi-talented. So with or without the NFL, he's good. You could believe that. He was talking directly to them people who made that call and said, cut that boy. So we'll see how it turned out. There's a couple teams that they said he might land on. I think the Saints was one of them. The Chargers. It was like 5 teams that he possibly could land on. But we'll see what's going on. But we see the politics that's going on. So I hope Shedeur go out there and go crazy and get Rookie of the Year just because how dirty they trying to do them niggas.
Yeah, I think Shedeur, the one game he got in, the second game he was in, he didn't do as good as the first game. But I think if given more opportunity, he'll shine more for sure.
We'll see. NFL, not for long. No fun league. Y'all playing dirty. Y'all trying to Kaepernick them boys. So y'all rally behind the Sanders brothers, man. We see what's going on. We can see through the fog, man. We ain't falling for it. Shout out to Deion, though. So What should we get on next? Cause that's a lot going on.
I was
Should we serious it out?
I was gonna jump on our boy.
Should we jump into Brandon, aka Bucci Bear,
I was gonna
aka
jump
Uncle Ruckus?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Uncle Ruckus, aka Brandon, aka Bucci Bear, versus the world right now.
Pretty much.
Fig Munity, No Jumper Universe, they packing him out right now.
Mhm.
Now, what you think about this? Because I gave my take on live the other night.
I think Brandon, and I think Brandon is a smart dude. I think he's good at what he does in his job. But I think Brandon showed up to No Jumper and was the new kid that got the straight A's and won all the races and got the notoriety and people liked him quick, where that's gonna make some people feel a type of way. And when you're naturally good, it's like 48 Laws of Power, don't outshine the master. When you're naturally good and you're doing things at a high level and you're telling people, hey, I'm doing this on a high level. And then on top of that, I'm calling out what you do and what you do and what you do and what you can't do and what you should do better. That's going to make you a villain. So it's only so long before people that love you for what they love you for end up hating you over the same exact things. And I think that's where we're seeing Brandon with his back against the wall now is like he came in and he was, super headstrong over there and had a lot of great takes and was controversial. But also when it comes to just relations with coworkers and just people in general in the content game, he kind of, it seems like, wants to have the controversy with everybody. He want to tell everybody, you need to do this better. You need to do that better. Or you should do it like me. And I'm on this level and I own this and I'm a black belt here and I fought this person, X, Y, and Z, and I can do this to you and hurt you. And all of this talk where it's like, you're talking to people who have nothing but time, right? And we're in a different generation now where when you have a spotlight on you, people aren't looking for anything to catapult you more. They're looking for shit to take you down. So it's only a matter of time you talking to people like they're below you and you're talking yourself up that people are going to say, okay, prove it. Fast forward to the boxing match. Boxing match comes and Brandon doesn't get hurt. He slips. That's clear as day. Okay, so let's get that out the way. The homie did slip on the court, but at this point in time, all the talking you done did, all the niggas you done talked down to, and the way you done talked yourself up, you fall at all, you're cooked. It's curtains. It's over with.
It's over with, yeah.
Because you came on here and told us you were a black belt world champion in jiu-jitsu.
Ain't no slipping.
And so we're assuming that, right? Like your physicality is there, your hand-eye coordination, all these things that we assume a Class A fighter to have, we're assuming you to come compact with those things. So when you put on gloves just to go body,
You should be demolishing this nigga.
you should be demolishing him, or at least making it look like it's just y'all going 30% sparring. Like it ain't that serious.
It should be kids play. We should be able to see the difference between an untrained fighter and a trained fighter.
So to me, you falling forward, slipping forward, that's not a good look for somebody that is a black belt, because one of the things that fighters have is that stability in the core and legs and those types of things, or whatever the case is. So,
But in his defense, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, they do a lot of leaning forward, putting their body weight on people. So
that's a natural.
once you
for him.
train almost 10 years of doing that, that's like a natural reflex of, because if you even look when the match started, they leaned in on each other.
Mm-hmm.
And when they said go, his natural instinct to grab him kicked in.
Yeah.
Watch the first round back. He went for a clinch. Remember, he had boxing gloves on. Then they kind of start throwing punches.
Yeah.
Then the slip happened. But his natural instinct was to do the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu shit, right? Lean on you, get the clinch, get the position. Then he's like, oh shit, it's a boxing match.
Yeah, I don't see, and that's what I'm saying. I don't, and so saying that gives some context to it. So I don't think it was an L for Brandon, but again, you have so many people who have taken a number to see you take an L. It wasn't a W. So
if it wasn't a W, it got to be an L.
Yeah, and you're in that situation where it's not like you just on a show and you doing whatever. Again, you're making these enemies of not only probably people around you, but the viewers, where it's like, we want to see you lose. And now that you have, I think at that point, then you go from the boxing match to him exiting No Jumper, where it's like, I'm going to make y'all miss me. And I think this adds to the fuel to the fire of people saying the reason why maybe you're in the position you're in, because again, you're just a little bit I don't want to say humble yourself because I don't think you should, especially on a platform like that. But I think the
Fuck
way he's
that
going
humble
around
shit.
it
I'm gonna keep it a
is
buck.
bad.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Brandon had two options. Brandon could have went the lawsuit route when the suspect shit first happened, which that's what everybody thought was gonna happen. Oh shit, he's finna own no jumper. He finna get a percentage of no jumper. They just pulled a knife on bro in the business. All he gotta do is go to court and it's a wrap. Same way he did with the Tariq shit, right? Or Tariq took him to court and he won. But everybody was saying it's an open and shut case. Boom. Now it looked like they did him like Kelpie. And I don't know if this was Adam. I'm not gonna put it on Adam, but Adam is the owner though. But they gave him the job, right? Out of the blue, bam, you hired. Not only are you hired, you on a Tuesday show.
Yeah.
So to me, it looked like, okay, we gonna make it look like we hiring this nigga, but really we gonna phase him out eventually. So even the firing suspect after that event happened, I just think that was more so to appease Brandon in a sense. And I think suspect always was gonna come back. Mind you, he was fighting that case too. So they probably was like, bro, you wilding out. You
Go
up
sit
here.
down. Go
Go sit down for a minute. We'll bring you right back. We're going to phase him out. Because boom, they take him off the Tuesday show. Bam, he go to the Thursday show. When they take him off the Tuesday show, he go crazy. Call in, right? Do the 5-hour stream. Call Adam. Hey, you need to hire HR. You need to hire hiring people. Blah, blah. Like he went crazy, right? Bam. Now you start to see the tide shift with the favor from the fans because I think they hated suspect so much that the love they thought they had for Brandon was really fueled by the hate for suspect. Once suspect was out the paint, you started to see the hate for Brandon go up. So that was his first option, was the lawsuit. The second option was to make the best of his position, right? He was already set, which is why I don't know why he did the boxing match. Dude called Flacco out. He took the fade for Flacco. So he put himself in that position. That was mistake with number one. Nigga, I was just on the Tuesday show. I am a host here. I'm here damn near every day. Why am I fighting the up-and-comer?
I think Brandon in this situation, he's trying to catapult his career, his fame, his notoriety, whatever the case is. And I think in that moment, he probably thought this isn't going to be serious in a bad way. It'll be funny. It'll go viral.
I think he thought he was going to whoop his feet.
And I'll grow from this. And I think even though he's getting some eyes now, it's not for the way that he wanted it to be. He probably did think he would whoop his feet too. So it's like.
But you got to think, these guys are auditioning for the spot you already got solidified. You're already on the payroll. So
is
why?
He though? Because from the shit that I was seeing, he's not getting paid. He's showing up free.
To my knowledge, bro was getting paid. I'm not in his business dealings. To my knowledge, to come that many times,
you got to be getting paid.
You got to be getting paid, bro.
Okay.
It ain't like, what else are you going for at that point? So to my knowledge, he was getting paid. So why the fuck are you fighting people who are auditioning to be where you are? No, I'm here. You're here. Y'all want to fight? Okay, let me get somebody else auditioning. Hey, come on, bro, put the gloves on. Come earn your spot. You're not fighting me. So that was the mistake right there. Two, he was popping it too much. Mind you, we had to sit down with bro in the same studio. I said, bro, one, you should have never let the spit thing go with suspect because everybody going to go back to that. You can't do nothing after you let somebody spit on you and that man don't leave the room different than the way he walked in. So bam, right? Somehow he made it up out of that. I'm the cool, calm, collective, blah, blah, blah. They was championing him for that for a while. Then it started to turn. He started to turn up, calling out FaZe, bringing up his gang pass. Now you starting to look like a hypocrite. They're going, what the fuck? Which is why I told him at no jumper, bro, you starting to look a little flip-floppy. I'm telling them this not to expose him. I'm telling them this because I see where it's headed, where it is now. With the point and shoot shit, picking all the videos of him saying one thing on this side and then being the exact opposite on this side. This is what I'm seeing already. So he's giving them the ammo to use. And I'm trying to tell a nigga, he like, man, y'all can't tell me nothing. So I'm like, all right.
No, and this is what, when we had that conversation right after the incident with suspect, why I said you having 1 foot in and 1 foot out is not a good idea because this is eventually what it leads to, right? Like you have 1 foot in the conscious shit. You're trying to be high power. You're giving knowledge to the people. Then you got your other foot in this situation over here where we could call it the circus, right? It's a lot of shit going on. 9 out of 10, the foot that's in the circus is going to overpower the foot that's in the regular shit because there's so much shit going on over there. So it's only a matter of time from you hopping back and forth, where it's like you're going to get in a situation now where you either come all the way over here, you catch fades, you do whatever, or you get exposed and we put you back on this side and you lose stock. So I think from doing everything he's been doing and having that 1 foot in and 1 foot out situation has kind of brought this to the light, where it's like you said, at first people are like, okay, you didn't hurt suspect. You could have. And that's what he had everybody thinking. Okay, you could have hurt suspect because you're a black belt, you won championships, you could hurt him. We know that the weight, all of that. Then you fast forward to the boxing match where it's kind of like this tea kettle has been boiling this whole time, and now that it's here and we've seen it, it's not necessarily what we thought it was. Even though, again, I don't think that's even a fight or nothing like that to judge somebody's ability off of for real. But if the fans that's hearing you say X, Y, and Z, they got a magnifying glass on that.
But this is, I don't want to call it the Forextra effect because Forextra never took a fight, but I think this would have been similar to what probably would have happened had he taken a fight and taken an L, because our imaginations, you could never match up to that.
Never.
So when you're on the couch talking all this, I fade anybody from any hood, your big homie, this, that, and the third. I've been training. I've been over here. I've been winning these championships. We're building images in our mind of your capabilities that even if you have high capabilities, it's never going to live up to what we're creating in our mind. So when we saw that boxing match, the people was like, nah, this ain't that talk we was hearing. That's not it. Yeah. Even though we know bro was probably playing this shit, slipped, all that, whatever the case. In the fans' mind, that wasn't it. Yeah. That wasn't this lethal black belt that you've been bragging about being. We don't believe it no more. That's where he fucked up. When he had the element of, well, we don't know. We think he could. Yeah. He's supposed to ride that to the sunset. Nigga, I'm never fighting none of you niggas. Yeah. I got footage online of me competing if you want to see it, or come to the dojo and I'll roll your ass up. Other than that,
some bricks.
Yeah, nigga, you're never going to see shit, because now that kills the mystique. It kills the aura. That's where it went wrong.
I also think that Brandon, to just be blunt as I possibly can be, Brandon, like many other people or subcontractors, I'll call them, that go up to no jumper, they all think that they're going to be able to dictate and have things on their terms. And I think that's a big mistake that people make when they go up there as subcontractors is, okay, I'm going to ingratiate myself into this particular culture and I'm going to somehow make it the way that I want it to. Like, this is a program and nobody's bigger than the program. So you might come over here and think I can, especially when you're on that frequency, you might come over here and think I can, talk about this and talk about that, but eventually they're gonna drag you in.
They don't give a shit about none of that, bro. It's about the numbers.
Like eventually they're gonna drag you in and pick at you and do all of that, even if it's not intentionally. That's the energy that circulates around there. So it's like, it's just not your turn yet when it comes to that thing. So a lot of the subcontractors go over there and think, I'm gonna do it my way. And it's like, this is no jumper way or nothing else. Like, you have to come over here and eventually we're going to get you in a situation where we go viral.
I just think, bro, if bro just would have relaxed a little bit, stopped trying to debate everything and just pod, I think he would have been cool. It was the challenging every single thing and being a contrarian on every topic that I think people got sick of that. Because we used to tell bro too, like, bro, everything not an argument. Some shit we just, give your opinion. If I don't agree, we disagree. I think that trying to prove I'm smarter than you, I think that fucked with the audience and made them hate him, because subconsciously they're like, well, I'm not that smart. So by you making somebody that I resonate with feel dumb, you low-key making me feel dumb.
Well, I mean, and people don't want to, people don't always want to consume something where that kind of vibe is being elicited, right? Like through the screen, where it's like, I'm sitting here telling you you're wrong the whole entire time at every turn. It's kind of like, it's not a conversation. It's an argument.
It's a battle with everything.
So,
yeah.
But that's Brandon, and that's part of what makes him so captivating on screen, is he's able to get those emotions out of people and take the conversation to a different controversial level. But again, that's what you do. That's not what this program does. So when you come over here and you're trying to do that,
look what happened. If you can't beat him, join him. He stopped all of that. He stopped really all of that and just said, I'm just make niggas mad. Really, I'm not even here to.
Yeah, I don't think that was the platform for that.
Like, I'm
like
just
when he
gonna
did
make
it
niggas
here,
mad.
it was cool because we all could debate too. So it matched the topics we speak on anyway. So it was like, okay, you the opposite end of the spectrum of this conversation. We on this end. It was a good contrast. Over there, they not looking for that. They looking for the clip farms. They looking for the drama and what's gonna spike the numbers up. In his mind, is this what I do? They're gonna respect my intellect. It's like, no, they really not, bro. They really looking for a reason to turn your ass into some content.
Yeah.
They just waiting on it.
Yeah.
Praying on a nigga L. And then when you popping it like that, you can't take a L.
You putting a target on your own back.
You can't take a L by no means. That's why I was so hot about the suspect shit, because it wasn't really even about suspect. It was, I saw the future of what was gonna happen. I don't even have an issue with suspect. But bro, you can't let a nigga spit on you and then be like, I'm taking the high road. Fuck that.
And now you got
to demo a nigga. Then all of this would have deceased.
Mhm.
None of this would be going on.
Yeah.
Had he made that first example, that room was small. So you could have did all the shit you wanted to do. You could have grabbed the nigga, all that. Once you would have put him out on camera, it was over with. They like, oh, nah, this nigga black belt for real. Leave
I
cuz
agree.
alone. Nobody else would have tested that.
now you beefing with Fig Unity, right? And it's like, that's a losing battle to me too, because it's like, no matter how serious you go, they gonna just respond with the jokes.
Yep.
Pun gonna respond. These niggas, I think these niggas wore geese.
They did.
Did I see that right?
Hey,
These
welcome
niggas-
to the dojo.
Yeah.
They in there doing all type
So
of shit.
these niggas they gonna troll you and troll you and troll you. So it's like, even that situation where it's like, I don't think Brandon at this point in time is understanding the differences in what it is. And I think maybe he needs to rethink, like, is this the space for me? Because in my opinion, Brandon is the type of conversations he wants to have on a day-to-day. It doesn't fit that realm.
Nah,
So,
I think he tainted himself trying to acclimate to the platform. He started to change himself to show them, hey, I could do this too. I could fit in. I'm cool. I'm gang, instead of remaining himself. Because, bro, clout it's a scary thing.
yeah.
When you out in public, you're not used to being recognized. And niggas running up on you, yelling your name in traffic, asking to take pictures with you. And you was just you last week. So now he's getting that. Because
Yeah.
you got to remember, bro was already doing the Pan-African shit, but he boxed himself in with the Tariq beef.
Mhm.
He was known as Bucci Bear, right? Everybody hated him or they loved him. They was his followers, or they was Tariq followers. He had a rebrand over there where people that didn't even know that part of him existed, that they finding out now because of point and shoot, he had a whole new fan base. It was like a whole new identity. Like, oh, he was Brandon now. No more Bucci Bear. No more Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah. And
I think he got lost in that, bro. Like, you be outside. Oh, Brandon, ain't you?
no, I agree.
That could fuck you up.
I agree. I 100% agree, and I think it's a culmination of things that we're seeing right now with this. I don't want to say it's like a downfall, because who knows? This might all be a rollout for him to come back and it to go crazy again. You know what I mean? Or some type of viral play again. I don't know, but from what it looks like, it looks like Brandon had enough of what's going on, and he's trying to take a little break.
I think with the Fig community, he low-key did that to himself too. I told him, bro, stop with the blanket statements. Just say names. He kept saying LA podcasters.
Yeah.
LA. So what all them did? Nigga, we all LA. I think they made the phone call, man. We finna go up on this nigga. Content all week. And that's what he dealing with. If I'm him, I'm going up on all them niggas. What? This free promo. I'm finna go crazy on every last one of you niggas.
I agree, but
He
it's
already
like,
do the 5-hour streams anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all gonna come with jokes? Cool. I'm gonna come with facts though. That's gonna hurt. See, when I come, I'm coming with shit to damage shit.
But I think so. Look, and I get where you're thinking, but I think you're thinking from your perspective in the kind of the situation you had, you know, with T-Rail and everybody, where it was like you hit them from a different angle that they couldn't necessarily handle or they weren't ready for. But you also didn't talk yourself up to be a certain person and then show everybody certain things where it's like, you can hit niggas with that angle when you do what you say what you do, and that's it. You stay on this side of content. You're not and unfortunately, Brandon, like, this is what it is. It's not to talk down, but
It's not even shitting on him. It's just the
It's-
reality that we told the nigga that
it's-
suspect shit is
yeah.
gonna haunt you.
It's
gang.
like in your situation, you looking at it from you, but you weren't a contradictory person. You didn't say one thing and do another. You didn't embellish or you didn't, you know what I mean? Where it's like, so if he try to come and get serious, it's like, nigga, didn't you say you did this and you got white boy on the screen saying you did that? It's like, it looks bad to where you can't even really get serious and go against niggas because there's so many contradictory statements and things out there. It's like nobody's gonna take it serious.
it's like going to jail, bro. The first nigga that tests you, you just gotta rock his shit.
Nobody gonna take it serious.
You gotta go up, bro. You gotta lay your demo down. It's called laying the demo. You gotta lay your demo down so everybody else know not to play with you. Cause once one nigga play with you and you let a nigga play with you, you free game now. And even if you whoop the next nigga, niggas be like, man, you picking and choosing ass nigga. Why you didn't do that to Cub? So that's what they all doing right now. Man, we don't believe that shit, bro. You let suspect do this, and that. And now they gonna ride that into the sunset.
Yeah.
Where if you would have laid Cuz out, then the fans would have been like, hold on. Nah, nigga, we done seen y'all talk tough to a couple niggas. This nigga already showed he tough. Get out there and be tough like y'all say y'all is. Now the fans is like, oh yeah, we not going for that.
Yeah. So you got he's faced with a couple of decisions, I think, to make now, a couple of options. He can try to come back to no jumper, which I think they'll gladly have him back. But I think coming back, he has to do something crazy or go viral some kind, or it's gonna fade out because he's already been gone for too long. And I think they move quick where it's like he's already been gone a certain amount of episodes. He hasn't been there that long. So if he fades to black in the no jumper universe, we'll be all right. Now, if you come back and you go viral or do something controversial soon after coming back, then I think your stock goes back up and you extend
what
your
can
contract.
he do to go viral though? Because words ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
He gotta come back and whoop somebody. He got because the nigga's up there wearing a shirt that says Brandon Slater.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, nigga, what? You gotta come choke this nigga the fuck
Yeah.
out.
You might have
He
to.
dubbed himself
Yeah.
the Brandon Slater. I don't even know that nigga real name.
Yeah, that's I see that. I'm like, damn, niggas up there like that.
Like, come on, bro. To me, that building wasn't for him, bro. I think them two debates that he had that had good feedback, that got to, I'm telling you, the clout got to his head, bro. You gotta think. Bro is used to just doing the Pan-African streams where once you turn the computer off, you're not really getting recognized out in the streets like that.
I think too.
You getting that celebrity status over there where
Yeah.
niggas is looking at you in a different light. Like, oh, you up here, regardless of what you want to say about the platform.
Yeah.
If you're over there, niggas is starting to look at you like that. Because you got to realize they got a cult following too. Regardless of how many people hate them, they got 4.8 million something that love them.
Oh, yeah.
So you start to get put in that light, nigga, where even I was already getting recognized from here. But once I started going over there, for sure I'm getting, nigga, I'm talking everywhere, nigga.
Yeah, it's the pig pen though. Anything goes there. So it's like, again, when you go up in there, is that what you want to do, or you know what I mean, or do you want to stay on the Pan-Africanism? Because if you got to make a decision, a 1 foot in, 1 foot out, it's not gonna work. It's just not. So
No, it's not.
I think he has a couple of options. He can just go back to doing what he.
Can he go back to just doing Pan-Africanism?
If I was Brandon, when I had those those viral interviews, I would have used that and paid a little studios, whatever, and started doing these one-on-ones. Right, the same type of, you going to debate the white supremacist dude, just do it on your own.
Yeah, because
At that
I
point.
noticed he started to stop putting content out on his channel as he was going up over here. Because, like I said, in his mind, I think he was thinking, oh, he was solidified in the spot over here.
And I think too, like we've been in no jumper, right? You might be there 4 or 5 hours. So you there 4 or 5 hours, and you got to drive back to wherever you got to drive back to. A lot of your energy, and you're probably saving a lot of your intellect for the topics for there. And then you get home and you like, I'm talked out.
Yeah.
So I think there's that too, where it's like he maybe wanted to record, but again, you go 4 or 5 hours, and then you still got to do all that. You got kids, all of that. Probably just like, fuck it. And then again, when I go on here and I go outside, I'm getting noticed. Maybe I'm getting paid. Different shit is happening compared to when I just jump on.
You just got to know, bro, your
Pan-Africanism.
spot over there is not for long. We done seen too many niggas be interchangeable to think that it's gonna be different for you, bro. Like you just gotta look at the track record.
And it's not even that is not even a play at this point. So when people is kind of making it seem like Adam has his play to get people on, and then a few months down the road, they fade to the black. That's not a play. That's the plan. That's what it is.
You
over
good until your stock go down.
That's
then
the
you
recipe.
bad.
So we're not here. Only every so often do they find a group of people that they can call host. Everybody else, the plan is you come in, you ride a quarter of the year, 3 months, 4 months, and then we to the next person for the next 3 to 4 months. That's the recipe there. So it's not, if you going up there as a subcontractor, you got to know that. If
It's
not,
all good till it's not.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Cause and I think he fucked up going at Adam so much. You
That
gotta
too.
remember, 48 laws of power game. You can't outshine the master. You can't be up here trying to work here and then telling me everything I'm doing wrong every day we on the stream. Nigga gonna get to looking at you like, nigga, if you don't get the fuck up out of here,
yeah, that's where
go
it's
do
like,
that shit on your shit then. If you
Yeah.
think I should be doing this and that, and you trying to embarrass me in front of the audience I'm putting you in front of, go do that shit over there. Like, it's cool every now and then, but at the same time, it's like, nigga, if this nigga shit, what are you doing for real?
Yeah. And I don't need you to tell me I made 4.8 without you here. So
Right.
I don't necessarily need that feedback. So I understand that.
And you could look at the shift at the way Adam talks about him now. I think even Adam, before that happened, Adam was like, oh yeah, the black belt, woo woo. Adam watched that point and shoot video. He saw the way he reacted when he got took off the Tuesday show. He saw the stream that he did after the boxing thing. And now I think Adam is like, all right, we low-key done with, bro.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
It kind of ran its course.
And point and shoot, man. He does videos, but that one to me, he really did a deep dive on, bro. That shit seemed personal. So I think I don't know, Brandon, but I don't know if you can. Like I said, I don't think it's done for Brandon. I don't think it's done for him.
Get back on the camera and pop your shit, man.
Yeah, that's what he's got to do.
It's the internet, bro. Get back on the camera and pop your shit. All right, so before we get up out of here, I want to discuss some things of substance. I know you got to get in traffic and whatnot. Anytime you want to dip, you could dip too. I'm going to still pop some shit about it. So Trump sent the National Guard to D.C.
Mhm.
Boom, they go clean up. They doing the stop and frisk. Naturally, everybody starts talking, oh, it's racist. They stopping all the black guys, blah, blah, blah. They crying out, this, that, and the third. They taking the guns. Oh, man, they targeting us. Couple days go by. Now you start to see the stats rolling in. No murders in over 10 days. And majority of the murders were black men being murdered by other black men. So National Guard come in, clean house, all that shit come to a halt. And then you start to see videos of civilians coming out saying, hey, we happy Trump did this shit.
Yeah.
We could finally come outside at night. I could finally stop at a red light with my window down. They making videos, damn near dancing and singing in the park. So you got the street aspect of the city saying, oh, it's racism. We need to fight this, blah, blah, blah. Then you got the citizens who watching people getting murdered every day or scared to leave their house. They happy about the shit. And Trump say Chicago next. We know they've been hit LA, but I'm pretty sure LA gonna be after that because the Olympics is coming. So what you think about this, bro?
Like Tupac said, not everybody in the hood is bad. Like you think the grandma in the hood that they want to live next to the drug dealer or the killer, right? So when you look at this situation, that's exactly what it is. And a lot of times the person who harms the community the most is ourselves. And we typically harm our community more than anybody else by what we continue to do. So I don't necessarily think it's racism. I think at this point, this is something that you maybe can look at it that way, but if tax-paying citizens are looking at it as, I feel safer, then I can't necessarily find the wrong in it. Now, people getting wrongfully, arrested or certain shit like that is where, of course, you have those gray areas where people abuse their power. But if you're able to continue everyday normal life without that fear of being shot or robbed or killed or whatever the case is, then isn't that a good thing? And why are we always so quick as a community to, again, make the excuses for the murderers, for the killers, for the people who are out there making your granny scared to go to work or making the kids got to come inside at a certain time because old boy is on the block? Like, why do we always give so much grace and passes to the people who knowingly continue to do what they do in our community. I don't understand it.
Because we really got to look at it, bro. No murders in over 10 days, almost 2 weeks. They said about one person was getting shot every day, if not every couple hours. So he got the National Guard in D.C. They just arrived in Houston, I see. Boston, Chicago. I'm pretty sure Philly next up. They've been going crazy. Like I said, Cali, we already been getting hit with Rico after Rico after Rico. They cleaning up for the Olympics. It's a trend here. Now, one of the, I don't know who she is. I don't know if she's one of the elected officials out there, but Muriel Browser promises the murder rate in D.C. will return to normal as soon as Trump National Guard leaves. So we really gotta look at the reality as black people, gang. If black people dying before the National Guard get there, National Guard get there, put belt to ass, no black people dying, it's a common denominator there that we can't fucking ignore.
We got to stop ignoring it. That's
We can't ignore the shit. If niggas is out here doing whatever, it ain't even like they going to spin on real ops, like the real ops. Fuck each other. I'm talking about the real. They not doing that on no vigilante shit. We knocking each other off at the bottom. They come in, they picking up trash. They outside talking about, God damn, I ain't never seen the city look this nice. We really got to take a step back and go, what the fuck are we doing as a community, as a people, as a whole, to where it took the National Guard to come clean this up? Why we couldn't do this ourselves and clean our own backyard up?
Because anytime you try to get somebody to do it, we tear them down, right? Like, again, we can go back to the Nation of Islam. Now we can say what they did or didn't do, any organization. But you had a group of black people, again, that called these people extremists, said they didn't really help change nothing, et cetera, instead of maybe trying to just buy into the program or whatever it is, right? And then that's how you, once you buy in, you know, you subconsciously buy in, you become successful. But typically what our community does is when something tries to get us outside of our comfort zone, or someone tries to get us outside of our comfort zone, tries to clean us up, tries to push us in a better direction with better habits, we go against that because that's different and we're uncertain of what's on the other side. We're also afraid of failure. Okay, say I start saving money. Say I start looking at the black people that walk down the street as brothers and sisters instead of enemies. Say I start trying to build with one woman only. Say I do all of that and I still fail. What was it all for? Right? So why not just play into my vices? Why not just go spin the block on the ops? Why not smoke the weed? Why not do the damaging things?
Because that's the easier route out.
And I'm already fucked anyway. That's what I'm thinking. So if I do all that shit you telling me to go do, that's good. What if it doesn't work?
But
and I think that's what we got to stop being afraid of.
This is the fucking delusion. I'm seeing people saying, oh, this is step one into getting black people round up in detainment camps. It's like, we got to stop people like this from speaking on microphones. We got to mute I don't want to say mute because freedom of speech. We got to get these type of people to fuck out the way for speaking for the community. If you think attacking crime in our communities is attacking us as black people in general, then we got to really look at a deeper problem. Why are we identifying ourselves as just that, as criminals? And then when they identify us as criminals, we call them racist and say, oh, they fucked up. We all ain't criminals. But then when they're attacking the criminals, quote unquote, because obviously they are, the murders is stopping, right? They scared to come out because the National Guard outside. Y'all say this is a way of them attacking us, and the next step is we in detainment camps. Like, come on, bro. At some point, y'all got to stop being fucking idiots. We got to stop giving them motherfucking ammo. At some point, if we wasn't going to clean up our own shit, like, hey, Ray, you got to chill, gang. You can't just be out here just spinning and knocking everybody off. I'm not saying if a nigga knock your people off, don't knock them off back. But at some fucking point, we got to figure it out as a community, or this is what the fuck going to happen. Now, if you happen to get stopped and frisked and you was innocent, didn't have a weapon, I mean, could we call you a casualty of war?
Because that's what it really is. And that's what I was just about to say. Like, of course, there's nuance to the situation when you have the National Guard and you have police running around the city, right? Like, it's nuance, meaning that you got good things happening and bad things happening. I'm sure you have some officers and some National Guard out there that's abusing their power. Of course you do. But when you look at, like you said, the murder rate going down, and that being a statistic, which is a fact, there's also obviously a good side to it. So it's like, I understand that those things can happen, but we also have to allow those things to a certain degree play out to get the good aspect of it as well, which is the crime going down. So that's how I look at it. I don't really see it as a problem. And for people saying we're gonna be in detainment camps, it's like,
People saying this is martial law, this is tyranny, this is that, and the third. But you got to think, man, there's a large portion of the population that's tired of being afraid to go outside and getting popped up. Like, that's just what it is, gang. Like, I can't paint it no clearer than that. I'm not taking the side of the police or no shit like that, but I'm looking at the reality is when I go to events, depending on the neighborhood it's in, depending on I know who gonna be in there, what hats niggas got on, I already know how this night finna end.
Mhm.
And that's fucked up to say because it's all us in there. And I know when I go over here and it's a little more mixed crowd, okay, I'm cool. I ain't gonna let my guard down, but I can let my guard down.
I could chill.
We're over here, nigga, I'm gonna go all night.
I could have another drink.
You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
Exactly. So at some point, bro, we gotta look at it, bro.
And there's no excuse at this point. Like, that's why it's almost like tired of talking to this shit because it's 2025. Y'all done seen all the examples. Y'all done seen all the glory stories. They done made a movie for every generation. We done everything we could do besides actually put boots on the ground and do what we need to do. Like, it's no more talking. It's no more examples. It's nothing else that we as a community can pull from beside from within. Like, it's either you got it or you don't. You want to do it or you don't. You want to sink or you want to swim. It's no more, to me personally, as a community, doing all of the hand holding and again, trying to show people the better route to a certain degree. Like, if you want to be that person in the community, then be that. Then support the things that are going to better us. If you don't, then don't.
Right. And the one thing I can say is, why are you putting the National Guard out there? Let's attack the root cause of the problem. Because yes, it is easy to blame the people who are living the effects of certain systemic barriers and situations that was concocted to be this way. I'm not ignoring none of that. I'm not one of them niggas that's so dense that I don't understand the history of how a lot of this stuff was literally created like in the lab on a fucking vision board to be this way.
Yeah.
There's ways to deter that. The bottom line is poverty creates crime. The less poverty you have, the less crime you have from the people. Mind you, the biggest crimes come from the top. It ain't the people down here. So that's a whole nother story. But you take the average citizen, you give them enough money to live the lifestyle that in their mind they're comfortable living, crime goes down. That's just a fact. That's just what it is. When everybody in the hood was getting PPP, murders was down, robberies was down. Why?
Ops was next to each other in roof
Everybody
cribs,
had money,
happy
right.
as motherfuckers.
Niggas over there like, hey, cuz, these butter biscuits is fire, nigga. Usually niggas be shooting at each other.
Yeah.
So money changes things, bro. It just is what it is. It's the lack of opportunities. It's the lack of income. And no, it's not due to laziness. It's not due to none of that, bro. You got middle-class people that are now low-class, and they on the internet crying every day. White people, I'm talking white people that you think, oh, all white people rich, they good. They out here fucked up too. Because they thought they was a part of that club up there. No, you was a pawn too the whole time, like we've been saying. So now, when you look at stats like, oh, homeowners at 30, the percent went down from almost 50%.
Cut in half. Yeah.
Cut in half
Over
to
half.
like 12%. You got to think, okay, are people just getting lazier or no? Everything cost $1 million fucking and nobody pay went up to match it.
The niggas ain't even trying at this point.
This is
It's
things
like,
that
fuck
are
it.
being created. When the price go up and the dollar that you make don't, come on, bro. Who fault is that? I don't care how much overtime you make. They just gonna take more.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
You just had a nigga win $10 million out here with the lottery and walked home with 3 after
3 million,
taxes.
yeah, I'm like, shit, I'd be hot.
Niggas took $7 million of his 10 earnings.
You might as well not even try to do the lotto over here. You
Like,
might as well
come
wait,
on,
yeah.
bro. This is a systemic problem. It ain't just the niggas committing crime. But yeah, I'm happy to see the streets getting cleaned up though, because I mean, hey, it is what it is, bro. I want to see us prosper.
Me too. And it's good. Like, again, if kids and grandmas and moms and dads that's on their way to work can get there safer and do what they need to do safer, parks are safer for the kids to play, all of those things, less bad influences outside, I'm with that. And I think anybody that's against that is detrimental to the community and needs to be exiled. Me personally, if we're still like I said, jumping in front of the niggas that's destroying the community and trying to find some sort of grace or accountability, we passed that, in my opinion.
Facts.
Let them niggas be.
Facts. Because these are black people that are celebrating this too, by the way. You go look at all the videos. I'm talking the street vendors out there, they black. They like, shit,
This is DC. That was once Chocolate City.
Chocolate City. I was there. It's still Chocolate City.
So it's like, it ain't like it's I'm sure you got white people, but you got niggas out there saying, hey, we happy.
So, hey, Trump doing his thing. That's all I can say. No, I didn't vote for him, but results don't lie. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Some of the shit he doing is fucked up, but some of the shit is a win in my book.
I agree.
But yeah, if you got to get up out of here, we can continue this shit tomorrow. I wanted to get on Nick Fuentes' goofy ass, but I'll save it for tomorrow.
Okay.
If you spin it back through tomorrow. If not, I'll do some solo shit. But yeah, y'all share, like, subscribe to the channel. The squad will be back. You know, y'all wish Messiah well. Send some positive energy his way. You feel me? So he can knock that, whatever the fuck he got out.
Yeah. Shout out Messiah. Shout out Short, man.
Shout out Short. You know what I'm saying? The team, man, we here. We turning it up for the rest of the year. I'm going crazy.
In the building.
That's my word. I'm going crazy. Straight up. Realest podcast in the world, man. The Viral Way. We out of here. Bang!
Ain't no handouts, I did it from the ground up. In the streets, thugging hardest where they found us. Got a problem, nigga, watch my troopers mount up. My bitch is bang too, and you a lame though. You niggas ain't outside, yeah, we came through. You want your lights up, we put you on the shade.